Pay Safeguard, Logitech G, Mountain Dew League, Xfinity, and ESEA.
Mousesports off to a raring start on Mirage. Another great does fall this time. It is the Great Danes, Astralis, unable to make anything materialize on Mirage. And Mousesports, they do it in a convincing manner. A 16, I thought it was 7, excuse me, 16-9. Still rather convincing all the same. I do have YNK, myself Machine, and Chatty B. Gentlemen, we're starting to see a bit of a trend here already in the Pro League, and that seems to be that we never count the underdogs out, and this is going to be a long season.
Well, I'm not sure how much you can call Mousesports underdogs in this one, especially on Mirage. I think they're making a strong case to be one of the best teams in the world on this particular map. You know, at the Major, they also had a pretty strong run on Mirage. Them and Cloud9 probably being the two teams who emerged from that dark horse position to become true contenders on the map. So I think this was an example of Mousesports just playing really, really well on a map that they're the most comfortable on.
Yeah, winning both pistols, that helps. We're talking about how Astralis had been looking good on pistols, but they weren't able to grab either one in this matchup. And I think one of the things, if you just look at the stats, right, you see a very even spread for both teams. But the big thing is for the Mousesports guys, when they flip over to that CT side, they just have so much confidence. And it almost reminds me of, there was an interview that the Cloud9 guys did after they won Season 4, where they said on the CT side they just focus on their own zones, and that's kind of what it feels like the Mousesports guys are doing in turn. They just focus on their own part of the map. They're not so worried about helping their teammates and just making those multi-kills, and that's something which is hard to do, right? Because it's a cohesive game. You want to make sure you're working with your teammates, but if they're locking down, getting those multi-kills, like we saw Rops do on that last round of the match there, life gets pretty easy.
Yeah, I mean, he got that map point. He managed to secure the map point with that quad kill. It was rather spicy to see from Rops. But what is interesting to me is that we're kind of breaking the storyline, breaking the mold a little bit, because our Mousesports conversations used to be, and this isn't too long ago, yeah, well, if Oscar shows up and if Rops is dropping a 30, then Mousesports will find success. Neither of those was true here. In fact, you know, the kill distribution was incredibly equal. Chris J, of all players, was on the very top, rocking a very solid ADR as well, 87, just alongside Sunny, the two of them putting in a real show. But you know what? We didn't have to start looking for the stars and just hoping it was actually Astralis to fall, despite their To the Stars slogan. Glaive at the top of the scoreboard as well. You know something's going wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you could always point out to some of the individuals and saying, yeah, they didn't really perform all that well if they played better, but I think it was Mousesports constraining them with their own playstyle, right? That they didn't really leave much room for Astralis to make those plays. And sure, a month from now, when Astralis gets some more practice in, they might be able to break that themselves, but they only had 5 days of boot camp with Magic coming into this one. So still, obviously, a lot of work and cracks for them to fill.
We can't give them some excuses then, Chad.
Yeah, for sure. But one thing which has been positive, and when we saw their matches yesterday as well, and the same thing again here, is on the CT side, Astralis seem to be doing a lot of things. Like Glaive seems to be buddying up with someone. He did it a lot with Mousesports last night on Train. I remember seeing him together. They were going for a lot of aggressive plays. And then when we got into this one, they were doing a similar thing. They're doing a lot of team-based early aggression on the CT sides. And that's what I like to see out of Astralis, because they can sit back, they can hold the positions, but we need that range, right? The more of that we see, the better.
It is Valentine's Day, Chad. You've got to find a partner one way or another.
Yeah, well, I thought we were going to have a group date.
What happened to that, eh? Dream dead.
Yeah, someone's going to play well.
Dream dashed. Absolutely horrible, the inhumanity. But, you know, on the CT side, either way, you know, Astralis did show more flair. What's interesting, though, is when we start talking about their T side, that's when things get a little, I guess, more intriguing for us. Because we start talking about Astralis T sides. They've got 2 T rounds in the entirety of this map. Admittedly, the second half didn't have the full half, but 2 rounds on the T side. And, I mean, is this kind of as expected for you guys as experts when you have a new player, integrating them into the T side is going to take a bit of a heavier hit?
One was a force buy as well, right? So that's the second round that they're able to pick up. And that's the thing, though. The T side is where maybe it takes a little bit longer to get used to how it's going to be played out. The defaults, you can get to a certain point, but we hear, you know, in-game leaders talking about waypoints or checkpoints. And all this kind of stuff takes a bit longer to develop. You can do executes off the bat, or you can have it a bit more free-flowing. But if you get shut out, the fundamentals that Astralis are known for, they take time to build. And
especially when you play against a guy like Oscar, who is very disruptive with his playstyle on the CT side.
Yeah, he's going to be causing some trouble. Now, the next map is Inferno, and we've seen an awful lot of Inferno so far. And we have actually seen, you know, Astralis pick up a big win on Inferno just yesterday. So I imagine this is going to be something they're a little bit more comfortable with, and we're going to be seeing a bit more from the Danes.
Yeah, what impressed me yesterday on their Inferno was even when they did lose those opening picks, they still had composure and moves to do in the mid-round. There was one that comes to mind is they did a B execute in a 3-on-4 scenario. They still had enough utility and the poise to do that. And if they have those little things that they're able to pull out of the bag when they're in trouble, that's a positive sign. They just need to make sure that that Mousesports aggression, when they're on their T side, they're getting those default frags and they're not letting them be dictated to too much. Right. You don't want to let Mousesports be super aggressive and get away with those crazy confident plays.
Yeah, and actually talking of Inferno, it does kind of spark, while the major is still fresh in our heads, a lot of people were saying that the way Cloud9 were approaching the CT side of Inferno was above everyone else, that they have a kind of fresh look, fresh take on the defensive side of Inferno. And I was wondering, what was it that made it so good? What do we need to look out for?
I mean, so-and-so, I think they made, what they were really good at is making the necessary adjustments compared to what their opponents were doing. For example, in the grand final, in the third map against FaZe, they realized they were, when they were fight early for map control, they would mostly lose out on those fights and give away rounds to FaZe. Instead, they fell back into sides. They saved their utility for late round, and FaZe was just spending a lot of time trying to get map control when it was given to them. They just didn't realize it. So that was the adjustment for Cloud9 that they were very good at and very comfortable at, just falling back, saving utility, and then just playing 3-2 defense in both sides and using that utility to stop any sort of an execute coming in late. So I think for them, that was the key. And obviously, if it weren't a grand final on the stage, I believe that FaZe would make that adjustment earlier and adapt to that and bait some of that utility out. But that's what Inferno is about. There's different ways to approach it. It's about recognizing the way your opponents play and then making the right adjustments to counter them.
Right. It's not a one-size-fits-all. It's also, of course, independent of where you're playing, who you're playing, and at what time in the tournament you're playing. This is, of course, just the initial stages of the Pro League. There is the big chunk of change lying in wait of those offline finals, and that's what it's all about, is battling for a spot in that top 6. That's what you already have kind of predicted, and all of us have included Mousesports in our top 6 as well.
Yeah, I believe so. The only one that we didn't include was Na'Vi. And I didn't include them in my top 6, and they're impressing early, right? I think right now, if Mounds is able to pick up 2-0 here, that's a great step in the direction for that top 6. Astralis, I was expecting to give a little bit more time for them to gear up. But if they already have those wins over FaZe, right? Yeah. So that's a big thing for them too. I think if we look at this matchup, right, especially on Inferno, we saw Mousesports yesterday was slotted over towards that B-bomb site. Now, it's not that that's the CT side. We talk about being easier when you're coming in as a new player. Like your setups, your pop flashes, it's just with one person, so it's not so much to deal with. I'm not sure if that's something that Mousesports will necessarily look to try and exploit. Like that's not a weakness in any regard, right? You're just going to play your normal game plan. And the issue here is LMBT is not going to have too much homework to do, right? In the sense of there's not a big sample size of demos to watch and things to counter. You're just going to have to go on with your game plan, which is what Mouse has been doing over these last 2 days. Just confident Counter-Strike, being super aggressive, Sunny playing well back-to-back days. And now we've seen Chris J playing better today. Sticko's just the one who, I don't know.
Sticking out.
We've seen him have some real bad whiffs, right? Like we've seen him have a couple of real shockers. And I don't know, like that has to just be a mental thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Sometimes it's just a matter of where the camera is. Sometimes a guy is having that whiff, you don't even see it because you're watching someone else's POV. I don't want to be too hard on him, but you look towards Mouse and you wonder, why is there so much volatility in a span of a week, right? Not being able to qualify for Katowice, losing to Avangard in a best-of-3, and that was after failing in the first qualifier, and then they're here and beating some of the world's best in Pro League. So you wonder whether it's the fact that they are much better against teams they know, the guys like Astralis, you play with them so many times, and so forth, compared to teams that don't have as much as you can look into in terms of demos, or you don't know how the individuals play, or even the general play style. So whether it's something like that, or Mouse just with the start of Pro League making some adjustments to their own game and to their own approach, you'll have to wait and see.
And we're going to go ahead and wait and see right now. It doesn't look like the wait is over. And we'll head over to your casters once again. That is Yanko and Chad. And here on my right, we do have, of course, Henry and Matt, ready to rock it and roll. Still missing your dog. Good old Jaden.
I always miss my dog.
Is she watching from home?
No. You think she's a nerd? She's got a life, man.
Oh,
she's
cool.
chasing squirrels right now.
Oh, she's too cool for us then.
Definitely chasing squirrels right now.
All right. Well,
actually, I think she's in town with my dad. If I remember, I get my daily, my hourly updates.
Oh, you are getting the full lowdown of how it's going.
Sarah's taking her for a birthday walk.
A birthday walk. Does there anything
How
extra?
Does that differ,
It's just throw them a walk, but you just make it exciting because it's her birthday, guys.
Extra exciting walks. Walk us through this one then, boys.
Please, I will.
Right, where were we?
Mousesports
Astralis. 2 HG grenades as we banana rush from Astralis. Alex, you heard it from me first. Watch out for it. They will be going towards that area of the map as he scuttles off from the studio. It will leave us
with his tail between his legs, some would say.
There's the grenades and there's the rush, but Mages goes down. Chris J comes out on top. The grenade only tickled him there, so it will be a 5-on-4. Remember, Mousesports do have the lead here in terms of winning the first map. Oscar, with the silencer off his USP once again, completely executes Zipex in the side of the head, and it's going to be a 5-on-3, a brutal affair there as they commit finally towards the B-bomb site. It's going to be Chris Jadis looking for one more kill. If he can get it, that would secure the round. They've still got a chance in this one as they take down Sunny.
There's always a chance when the sun is shining, but Glaive's got Chris J back. Stico going as well because Glaive enters with assertion. A dominant assertion as well because it's just Oscar left to try and take it back from Banana. I say only he left, but already the rotation has come in from Rops, and he's successful in finding 2. Device being the last of which, and Mousesports getting yet another pistol.
They do indeed. 1-0, and Mousesports with a nice start at the very start there. Chris J actually avoids the grenades. So when you see 2 HE grenades, it's very common the rush will come in. They did try it. They're trying to assert their dominance at the very top of B, but Chris J dodges the nades, manages to get a couple of kills. Well, just one and fell back. It was actually Oscar on the other side of the map who got one as well, and funneled them all the way back towards that B bomb. So there will be a force buy here from Astralis with a bomb going down. Chris J, actually Oscar with a scout, I beg your pardon. Will be looking towards the T-steps here. He's already tagged up Magisk, and they're just trying to get a 1DK. You can just crouch, pre-aim the corner just like that. Dupree, I'd like to see that from his POV if possible. That looks a little bit disgusting. As he'll take one down, so we'll device the double D combo, turning up an Inferno. That's where they usually do their best work.
He's trying everything he can to get a shot with the deagle toward the top of Banana. But he takes down Sunny up close as he runs by. And as a result of this, he'll now rush the site. Interesting purchase from Astralis, and it seems to be paying off. Remember, they did win a round 2 after losing pistol in the previous map, but it didn't pay off in the end. Stico tagged considerably behind the smoke, trying to fire in, spam in with the MP9. Military Police 9, that's what it stands for, Henry.
Military.
I made that part up, but Glaive's got the round. Astralis tie it up 1-1.
Well, there we go. Good 1-digs coming in there. It's difficult to keep up with all the frags that were being found at the very start of the round. Maybe a little bit too much aggression there from the CT. So Dupree was coming in from second middle. Completely wrecks Oscar there. Device had plenty of nice frags himself. He going for a smoke? Of course he did. That's where the confusion was found. I was wondering, how did Chris J go down at the top of the car position? So through a smoke, he had no idea what was going on there. And it will be a technical timeout at 1-1. CT's presumably forced by here. They'll be double eco regardless. So they will probably get CZ's armor. Stick and get a deagle if he really wants to.
Well, it's a mouse issue, and by that I mean it's a computer issue, but not the mouse. It's just on their side.
Okay, right. So a Mousesports issue.
Yeah. Yeah. Little tongue-in-cheek for you.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
I smiled inside.
I know that's all you wanted for Valentine's Day is a little tongue-in-cheek.
I was going to say something else then, but I won't.
Feel free. By all means.
Not appropriate.
We're all friends here, Henry. We don't keep secrets.
I'll tell you after.
Sure, I believe you.
And it will be Mousesports just taking this time to sort out whatever it could be. Could be a ping spike, a headset, a TeamSpeak, a keyboard, a graphics card.
Oh, that would be scary.
A monitor, a chair, a table.
No, it's computer related, so it's not going to be a chair.
One of the chairs connected via USB.
Oh.
And it's got like a massage function built into it.
Oh, please. And the little air pockets to blow air up into your crotch area. That's lovely.
Can you imagine?
Well, that's where you're sitting. I just mean on your butt.
If the chair is connected to your sound card, right, and then you get like a little vibration, like
yeah, bass kicker. You can get bass kickers.
Someone coming behind you, you just feel like
yeah, bass kicker.
Yeah.
You do it for sim racers that don't have motion sims. They just put a bass kicker, a butt kicker, I think it's actually called, under the chair that vibrates to give you some sort of feeling when your back wheels are losing grip.
Wow.
Because you feel the back of the car through your bum and you feel the front of the car through your hands.
So if you get shot in this game, you can like put a knife through your back or something.
Oh, yeah, that'd be legit. Yeah, let's just stab people to death. I bet you we sell those like hotcakes.
we'll put like, I don't know, like a little nail that comes out or something. You get shot in the back. Just a little prick.
That, you know all about
At least some people call you that.
Okay, good try on the recovery. I think I beat you there, Henry.
Yeah,
I know. NT, never had it.
We'll get into round number 3. It will be the force buy, of course. Oscar the Scout getting attack on Magisk, it seems, but down to 4 HP himself.
So Dupree waiting outside of the boiler window will jump forward with his AK-47 and actually run in, despite that there was a presence at the end of the hallway in apartments. Rops could do nothing of it because he was pinned down by Zipix and actually gets taken out by him in the end. Good play for Sticko in the site with the deagle, but it won't amount to much. That's better from Sunny, though, because we're still to 3-3. Oscar's now made it the advantage for Mousesports. We might trade rounds 1-1-1 yet again.
The deagle too strong. It's finding all the kills, and now the bomb is down. Oscar with the scout, 4 HP. He wants to get a tag here. He wants to set up his teammates, see what's possible. But Glaive, being very patient, he's going to be rewarded for this patience. He runs around the corner. Surely wanted to put his hits. Finally, it does. Oscar will be dropped, and Sunny can't connect the shots either. And it looks like it could be the reverse sweep here. 3 versus 1. Or 2 versus 1 now as Chris J comes out of the apartments. It will be a lovely shot there. He can't hold on, though. He could have just retreated and applied the pressure to Glaive. It went for the kill, went for the glory, and down he goes. 2-1. It was a difficult recovery situation with Glaive started it off with that 1 bullet that was required towards Oscar, and all of a sudden it was game on. Sunny couldn't find the shot in the pip. Chris J, great attempt, but not enough. And they're going to force buy again. Oh, is the other way around? Are they on the T side? I'd say sure. Not on the CT side. I don't think this is the right call. It's not like the terrorists are ever going to be that deeply wounded. They can always get at least like AKs, armor, a couple of SMGs to balance the books, but I'm not sure this is the correct play. We'll see what happens in Mousesports here. If they win, I'll eat my words for sure, but...
Ooh, all right. I'm going to put your words on this plate over here.
All right.
It's a paper plate, so I'm going to eat the plate too.
I can do that.
All right. Well, Rops aggressive, but then backs off. Astralis recovering the last round. Give themselves an advantage to take 3-1 lead. And we get to round 5, and we get guns back again. So it's all like, it's almost normalized, I guess is what I'm trying to say at that point in time. To some extent. Oscar looking toward the top of middle with the scout in hand. No way. No way. Oh, I was going to say, if Chris J had hit the first shot on Glaive, he did damage because the Molotov was being thrown. He could have had 1 banana, taken the bomb, got a gun for his troubles, and held it off. That could have been the round in itself, but the timing didn't favor him by almost a millisecond. Astralis will maintain advantage and possession of the bomb. Now they take the mid wall as well. BMW wall.
Indeed. That's what I wanted to call it as well. It will be Rops coming in with that 5-7. It's good at close range. Lots of spam potential there, but didn't really work out for him. 4-on-2. Oscar and Sunny might just hold on to their weapon. This is why I wasn't really a big fan of that. I'm not sure who would make that call there. That's just not required in the best of 1. It's best of 3. You're on the ropes, maybe. You're just like trying to steal the entire map away and just completely till the opposition. But when you've already forced ball on the CT side, this is going to set them up horribly now. They're going to struggle to get that AWP out. And that's where this team thrives, man. We just discussed this on Mirage. Why force by like this? Just wait to the gun rounds. Get the double AWPs out. It really works well on CT side of Inferno. Now they're going to be struggling the entire half.
The struggle is real. Zepix all the way down middle. We'll check to see if anyone's in banana trying to save the weapons. Saving a scout and a UMP. You know you're in trouble when, in fact, they lose the scout. Oscar found. So too is Sunny, but he wins the duel against Zepix. That'll give him a bit more cash money. The Skrilla, as the children call it these days, I believe.
That's true, yeah.
You gonna have children someday, Henry?
No, I've already
Not happening.
decreed that's not happening, yeah.
No, I know.
At least
I don't really want to scorn the earth with another one of my
yeah,
kinds.
yeah, that's what I saw. I was like, oh, I can't even handle my own life right now. Why would I want to ruin another?
That's a good point. why are you here beside me right now?
Yeah, well, there we go.
You're ruining my life. Just kidding.
Not on Valentine's Day, remember.
That's right. We can't argue today.
The day of all days.
Hallmark says we're not allowed.
Easter Valentine's Day.
A knife!
Joke's the best. Either way, it's going to be 5-on-4, and it will be Device pushing towards the B bomb site. Lovely work there, farming the cash. And here we go. 2 kills for his troubles. Oscar, I'm really worried for Mousesports now in this half. I don't think they'll have them. I feel like they'll just constantly just about get an all-power big glass cannon without grenades.
Well, all to play for then for Astralis to take advantage of the situation, and they'll do so again by finding a 4th round. Money is not the strength. Investment savings, wealth management, not Mousesports' forte. I'll take my investments elsewhere, Henry. Thank you for your business. It was a waste of time. Glaive goes hunting. Stick goes up and catches off Zipic, so at least we'll hold on to the AK-47. They know where he is. I don't think there's anyone else quite close enough to do anything of it. Just could try, but I don't think he's going to get there at this point. So they'll keep the single AK that they have on the Astralis side. Just will get ROPS, but Sicko does keep the AK. That's the important gun.
It's the Mac 10 work through the smoke, of course. Hit on Sunny, anticipating his push around the corner there. Flashbang avoided, push the smoke, take it in. 4-1, so this is what I'm talking about. So still, they get a double AWP set up. That's where they want to be, but still the money's low. Oscar, barely any grenades, only one defuse kit between them. They still can recover from this, win this round, they'll be okay. But they need to make sure they win it cleanly. And it's going to be a bit of a bonus situation for Astralis here. Double Mac 10s. She'll take a little bit of damage there, just 14 as he falls back. Dupree, as mentioned yesterday, loves the boiler room.
It's a good place. Nice and sweaty, a bit like a sauna.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, kids, if you're in a hotel, don't pee on the sauna rocks. It'll stink for like a week.
That's true.
Don't ask me how I know. Sticko holding underneath the atrium. Smoke out for Oscar. That'll aid both of them. Nice Molotov. I actually like that quite a bit. Forces Sticko out. Flashes around. Gives some access to quad for Astralis. 4-1 is where we halt the possibilities of good effect, and the double op finally makes a presence on the map. So we're only on round 6 when it gets there. But as you say, the wealth management could have been dealt with much better to get it out sooner. We'll see if it pays off now that it is on the board. It has 1 kill already. It's Oscar to get it. It's got 2 kills already. Chris J to find device. This is certainly a strength of this team. There's no denying it whatsoever.
Sunny pushing down. Just 2 bayonets. Dupree almost there as he jumps onto his gun barrel. It's going to be Zipex with Mac 10. Remember, this is a bit of a bonus round for Astralis. They did bring 2 Mac 10s, so they have built up a great amount of cash, trying to do whatever they can with this. Oscar, though, some hit the shots. We did say this is what this team does most of their best work, so why they were force buying so early on really baffled me. As Astralis, they're not as strong as I would have liked. Got a 7k on Blaven device, but Dupree and Zipex will be able to drop weapons, so they'll probably be down to the last buy here, but that's fine. They'll bring out the AWP for device and 3 AKs Zipex down to the side UMP. This is where I expect Mousesports to really start making a dent in the game.
Well, get out the hammers, boys. Unless it's, drywall, you can do it with your fist. Or even the side of a car, you can do it with fist. Unless it's a Saturn, which don't exist anymore, but they used to have plastic panels and you couldn't dent them. Just so you know.
Oh, now I know.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Round number 7. Much slower pace, and it looks like we'll go to the B bomb site here, and Chris J surely in a lot of trouble. Good movement to bunny hop out. He'll have the AWP. 4 players on the Danish side in front of him. They could go for full execution here. Coffin, CT spawn, Molotov new boxes, flashes over, try and get in 1 by 1. They could go a lot slower as well, allow devices to face towards CT spawn first. Trying to bait out any nades they can, so they'll boost 1 player out. This could be Dupree for now. They could just leave him there, but they're actually going to set him up for the Molotov towards Emo, I believe. That's what that boost usually allows. So device will be throwing the Molotov for new boxes. Dupree throws the Molotov for Emo, but Sunny's about to be flashed over. This could be everything. He could catch them out, but the flame's there. Means he'll fall back. He didn't want to go for it just then. Here comes the execution. Watch out for the Molotovs towards the position we discussed. One to Emo. Miss towards new boxes. Landed on the roof. That was a miss-thrown Molotov. Watch out for that. It actually looks like a really poor execution. Doesn't really touch at all. Sunny will get 1. But Chris J able to play this position now with the missed utility. 15 seconds. He can find 1 more. He's going to buy himself a tremendous amount of time. Mages can't land the shot. Chris J is having an absolute party back here. He hits 3. And it's clumsy from Astralis there. 5 seconds remaining. No plant will be happening here. Round 1. And that 1 Molotov just connected. They would have been absolutely fine there. So still not looking 100% comfortable. Chris J shouldn't be able to play in this position. He was presumably removed, but the missed Molotov allowed him to make this amazing play. Could have got 4 out of it, but Zipex denied that.
Yeah, that was super close. That was very close to a 4th. What a round. Holds on to New Box. You're right. It missed entirely, and now it's 4 for Astralis, 3 for Mousesports. They pulled it back before everything got carried away. Remember, if they'd won that When it was 4-1 that round against Mousesports, money would have been gone again. Astralis could have potentially run away with the half. Mousesports recovered. Credit to them where credit is due. And now they potentially control the game because Astralis is down to a pistol and 1 AK. All pistols and 1 AK, I should say. Excuse me. So just to take over. Missed a few shots in the last round in Banana. He'll push forward with his Deagle. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, it's Stiko that plays under the atrium. They've given up Arch side, so they've gone 2 in B passive and 3 in A passive. They'll take Arch back now, but they were expecting more of a pressure and more of a presence early on. Now, the fact that they rotate to Arch preemptively means that they're also closer to getting to the site. They may not need to get there. Sunny and Chris J do it all themselves.
I'll try with the 1 AK to force away in towards the B-bomb side, but clean sweep from Mousesports there. 5 players surviving, 4-4. And I presume there'll be a buy from Astralis here, but they seem to work out how they distribute the funds here. So they've got 4 players that can buy. They've got over 4K. It's just Zipex there, who had the AK-47 before. He's got 2,800. So he can just go down to a pistol. Maybe even squeak out a UMP. We'll see what he decides to go with that. And there we go. They'll just work out what kind of buy they bring. They could even go for a partial buy if they really want to bring up the AWP next round. Still early days here on Inferno, so they will be going all in. Zipex, does he go for the UMP or does he go for a Deagle or a CZ? He likes a CZ from my memory. That's what he goes for.
CZ 75.
There it is, CZ. You rarely see him with Deagle actually. Think of it. HE, smoke, Molotov there towards the logs to push back. Any CT's trying to get aggressive with AWP, for example, but Chris J's already snuck by towards the sandbags. Seems aware of the possibility. Just that smoke blooms, his teammate flashes him in. Device can't do anything about it.
Smoke out.
He's looking for the boost now. Oh, there's another smoke on the floor there. I'll have that. Gobble it up. Just looting the body of the device there.
Hey, he's looting. Smokes are worth picking up if you got a tier 2 backpack. At least. Don't pick them up with a tier 1. You'll need it for the ammo. Dupree takes out Oscar. Magisk will find Stiko. That's a good opening at Archway. That's going to cause a wrap onto the A site, leaving just Rop. Smokes himself into the corner, gets Glaive. Good position because they should have been ready for that, but they weren't. And the aim of Glaive not preset. Dupree will at least make amends and give them the 1 minute advantage in the post plant. Watch for Chris and Sunny. They're both working from library side. Smoke down in front of Chris. He'll have the time to back off. And I think back off is the order of the day. Save. So Astralis will take 5. Mousesports will have a chance to do damage in the next round with the M4 and AK for Sunny, which is all too sweet. Bang, Henry. Someone get a nade.
Yeah, it could happen. No, actually, they're very far away. Well, there it is. The bomb will be going off, and Dupree and co will survive. Good job by Astralis there, looking calmer these days. As they managed to hit 3 players alive, but 2 players surviving on the Mousesports side also. So the AWP's presumably available for Oscar. There it is. And he's only on 6 kills right now. 6 kills, 5 deaths. Not going nuts. Chris J had a very strong game with that opening kill in the previous round as well. He got the first, but didn't really take it much further than that. Same Molotov deployed towards the barrels, and Sunny's trying to beat it. He always is so brutal. And his position, the spray isn't quite there. It was a real chaotic situation there. Good nade from Stiko. Sunny did that so many times at the major, especially. Like, he kept doing it and just completely destroying people with that very same push. He gets a decent spawn and maybe a little run boost of a teammate. He'll take it every time.
Shout Oscar.
Yep.
Goodbye, Glaive. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to speak with you again. Magisk in toward the banana. I want a banana right now.
I'm sure we can arrange that. As we,
I actually just asked production if I can get a banana.
nice work.
Would you like one?
No, I'm okay, thank you.
All right.
We'll be an execution from Astralis. Smoke it in. Not so much in terms of execution, but one smoke trying to bundle their way into towards the bomb site. Stick it, push it up, we'll find the first frag, take the attention away. Looks like it should be a pretty clean round here. Xiphex will try and do everything he can to fight back. He can grab the bomb, just about. There it is. I know he doesn't have time to go back towards A, but he might be able to find a couple of kills here. It'll be very efficient if he can, but Oscar beats him to the punch, takes him down, and will be tied up once again. His Sticko waiting for them. Here's a grenade kill right at the bottom there. Keep the device thing at about 9 HP at that point. And it looks like we're reset again. Dupree has gone all in. He's gone for the force buy here. I don't think I agree with this one. Oh well, each to their own. They're going to go all in with lots of, like you can see, they had lots to spend in terms of like CZ, head armor, max, utility and a couple of players. And they get an AK as well. One more eco. They could have actually brought a lot more to the table. It's not like they've got Mousesports on the ropes financially. They had a pretty clean round in the previous one.
Chris.
Kill for Chris. And
Pew
the bomb's
pew.
down. You've got to consider the risks a little bit more there if you come out so slowly out of spawn. They called the buy like last second as well. Like Dupree just went, I'm going all in. And then it all seems to kind of fall apart.
2 for Chris. They've certainly got control back on the Mousesports side. Bomb is down. Sonny's going to nade through and backing off toward the spawn, at least the T stairs. Was Xiphex. He manages to recover the bomb, but only just. He moves back and spray through. They'll know he's there. They know the smoke's down. They know the bomb is likely lost, but they have the map control of Banana. Either way, missed shot from Oscar. Slow reactions, and my goodness, he gets baited into Dupree. And he makes no mistake, but just is able to run and gun Sticko, but Rops will put him down. All to Mr. Xiphex. Many people used to call him Zipnex.
Yeah, we've almost killed that off.
Sypex, I think, is what Kerrigan told me once, but I don't care.
It's not a real word, is it? It's got a number in it. Let's be real.
What's wrong with numbers? You get something against number? Okay. One number, one bullet, one headshot. Drops down. Xiphex with a bomb plant. This gives him a chance. He's going to play it with 70 HP toward Graveyard. He wants the angle to make sure that they have to walk underneath him. They have to expose themselves coming out from Library. And he can still play it with enough vision to cover off Quad. That's exactly what he's doing. You can also see in the apartment doorway. Not likely someone's going to be in that position at this point in time. Rotating around. Nade thrown. He knows there's one Quad. Timing is everything. He now knows there's one Library. Timing, still everything. Flash through. Good shot, but it's the timing that goes to Sonny. And the kill and the round to Mousesports.
Not quite enough there for Xiphex, known to be the master of clutches. It was looking very good for him. Brought it down to 1 versus 1, but couldn't quite find the shot there on Sonny. He'll come out on top, 6-5, and Money once again in a dangerous position for Astralis. They get the bomb down, so they might be able to bring some sort of a buy here. They'll go for CZs. Maybe a few PT50s there. A Deagle from Aegis. Keeps them 4 and 7, just a note. Not the best of games from him, but he can still light it up in the second half. 15 kills for Chris J, 8 deaths. 4, 7. Sonny now once again aggressive. That same smoke towards T steps. You can boost one player up here on the wall and just leave them there. It's more viable with the AWP in my opinion. The M4 is fine. You can just get 1 kill, drop off, and fall back. You're normally quite safe to do so. Once again, running into the crosshair of one of the AWPers. It's going to be Glaive that goes on first. Shot by Oscar. He's going to want a little bit more out of this one. But Outstates as well. Come up there to deny them picking up the AWP. This was an eco, remember. It will be 7-5 of Mousesports. As Xiphex will get the bomb. He'll have no chance of heroics this time. Someone's at the bottom middle. Chris Shady finishes things off. Gets his first frag of the round. Here's a replay. What are we going to look at? Is this Glaive jumping on the corner? He's trying to bait out the crosshair. Even if he goes down, the idea is he's removed the crosshair from that angle so his teammates can get up. Obviously, Oscar falling back to more defensive line. Means that things get probably further. Round 13. Coming to the closing sectors now of the first half. As we'll see whether the AWP device with no grenades will be able to find anything here. Chris J's getting aggressive again. As he'll push all the way to second middle. This is bizarre. And almost a suicide mission as it goes down, and they're trying to go aggressive. I see what they're attempting there, but no flashes or anything. They just run around the corner from top of middle right down to second, and Astralis ready and waiting for it. Very simple procedure there. 1 minute 20 remaining. Still not impossible in the 4-on-3. Who's left for Banana? So the Oscar. And we'll try and throw a smoke at the mouth of B, but it's already too late. We'll have the AWP and have to try and get some no-scopes there, and they'll actually get wrecked through the smoke. That's the only chance they have gone. They need to save the AWP now.
Still fighting, get their 6th round. Taking them a lot longer to get that 6th round than the 4 previous. Remember, it was 4-1, so 7-6. Still good effect from Mousesports. Money low for Astralis, but they'll keep 4 alive, so it won't be a problem heading into round 14. Money is significant enough that there'll be another buy for Mousesports, and saving these 2 weapons, they could actually, if I really wanted to do the math in my head, have enough for the 2 ensuing rounds. In fact, they will. So they'll end the half strong, and perhaps with more rounds to their name, they could 9-6. It's still 8-7 Astralis. It's all possible, mathematically speaking. Would you like a banana?
Possible. No, I'm okay, thank you.
You're welcome. They're really small bananas.
They're tiny.
Tastes better that way.
Yeah, that's true. Well, 7-6. Mousesports putting up a decent fight once again. They did manage to look very good on Mirage. Astralis falling short there. I'm going to have double AWP set up for Oscar and Chris J once again. After the difficult start with the 4 spies, they are back on track now. Astralis make their way towards apartments, actually setting the bomb here. This is a change of strategy. 3 players might just go for the straight up push out. At this point, Rops will be there to defend. This is what we call a contact play. Get as far as you can. 1 flashbang will come over, presumably. Then they'll commit. Not even a flash, just going to go straight in. Here we go. It's up to Rops to defend. And they'll actually have full control of the A-bomb side now.
Lions takes Sunny, things falling apart. Astralis taking advantage. Oscar back to the smoke. I thought he was going to pull the trigger. Chris instead that gets device. Glaive, locked off, will finally push through and get control of the RC gun rush with the pre-fire rather than man up and go for the peak. The pre-fire's enough because Oscar, Chris, already weak. The call, the retreat has been shown, and the save is the order. So Astralis to find 7-7. You ever play 7 Minutes in Heaven?
No.
Yeah, me neither. I wasn't invited to parties in middle school when that was cool. Nobody liked me, Henry.
No.
It's because I was better than them.
That's true.
In every way.
Astralis looking better this round. One of the apartments managed to land their shots, and the double AWP setup can do nothing of it. But Oscar will get 1 constellation frag there. It's going to be 7-7 as we go into the last round of the first half. Here in our 4th map of the day. And there will be a pretty decent buy on either side, actually full buy across the board. I'd like to see that.
You hate to see the chickens die, though.
We do.
Device is set and ready in the mid-underpass pit. Chris, though, takes down Glaive, so great start again to the double off. I love to see not just the rounds they win with the double op, because obviously it's a very high percentage, but the rounds they get the first pick with one of the ops. They're very good at taking advantage of aggression with Rops is completely blinded. I don't think he was spotted by Mitch, though he certainly wasn't. So he gets 1 kill before Dupree responds, excuse me, and bomb will make its way, in fact, thrown from the apartment to the site. Someone's got to get that. Thankfully, Zipix realizes it, and he'll go back to plant rather than investigate the top of middle. So 3-3 on retake. This for the 8th round. And the win of the half as Device will take down Chris. He puts Astralis in position to do so first. It's Oscar and Sunny. And with smokes down, I imagine a boost might be in order, but a gap presents itself, and Device finds it first.
3-on-1. Looks like Oscar might be out of luck this time. Astralis getting their acts together as they close out the half. 8-7 in their favor. They are a map down right now in this current singular best of 1. They did play before on Mirage and didn't look too good there in terms of the tactical aspect of the game. This is getting more promising now as the days go by with this new look roster. They haven't had much time to practice with this 5. Jisk was brought in last minute after Galbi announced his departure from the team 2 hours before a press conference for Astralis.
Yeah, that's an awkward press conference.
Yeah, just like, well, we were going to announce a new t-shirt, but now we will be announcing the fact we've lost one of our starting 5. What a good day.
Thank you for being here, sponsors. Thank you for investment in your belief in our team. Unfortunately, one of us is left.
Yeah, that is. There still is this new t-shirt though, so look out for that. Either way, it's going to be
the jersey, you mean?
Yeah, whatever.
It's quite pretty.
Dupree and Zipex at the top there, and then Chris J. What a game he had, especially in the first 5 or 6 rounds. He was looking fantastic, 119 ADR for him. Zipex gets just over 100, denied a couple of clutches there, but a good overall performance. Mages 4 and 9. A couple of kills very early on in the round as well, in the half. So he needs to step up here as they switch over to the CT forces. That's what's trading on the T side. This iteration of Inferno is not actually a massive deal. Just depends on the matchup and the play styles and the momentum. Honestly, there is a lot of that, especially on the CT side. If you can get rolling and find a mixture of aggression, great aim, and good teamwork, and the retakes are good, then it can all fall apart with the T side. As Glaive wants to get down there, he's pushing down to the bench. Not find anything just yet, but he can hear players around the banana area.
He was just far enough forward not to be spotted from alt mid because 2 players went by and have now taken up stance in the apartments. So his position was peculiar in that regard, and perhaps lucky for him as well, because typically when you're spotted from alt mid, the new bench isn't favorable. You excited to see Nuke tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. I want
Nuke?
to see how it plays. I've been holding my opinion back somewhat just so I can see how it actually plays in a professional game. I haven't even loaded it up myself, so we'll see how it looks. There's Robs, who I thought was getting his head blown off there, mate. Just certainly struggling. It's a shot you normally think you'd hit. Less than a minute now.
So Oscar to work up with the Glock in hand. It's toward Glaive that he'll work. Glaive inside of the cubby with the Vice all the way back. Nice shots from Dupree. Glaive to follow it. Dupree with a third will take out Sonny and watch for Glaive on the flank. Hank. I should just call you Mr. Hanky from now on.
Can do if you like.
Because you're a piece of...
Yeah.
What a terrible concept for a character that was.
Yeah, it's... they were on a lot of different drugs at the time.
I don't dispute that one bit.
It's going to be just pistols here for Mousesports. Astralis to indeed win the pistol. On the CD side, 9-7, and Sonny trying to beat the grenades, but he is greeted by a Molotov, so he won't be going any further there. Doesn't take too much damage though, actually no damage at all. Goes down, and Mages does manage to challenge, starts posting some frags.
Back off device. He'll do just that, throwing out the nade, so second pistol. Talk about pistols, they talked about the fact that Astralis has already won a third of the total amount of pistol rounds they won in all of last Pro League. They've added to that total tonight by getting 3 more. Rops will take down Dupree. I say 3 more, I think it's 2 more, my mistake, either way. Their success is apparent, Henry. But it's Stico now toward the boiler doorway. And he'll look out with the CZ-75 flames at his feet, not going to go any further for a few more seconds, and now he'll start to toward the arch, or excuse me, the quad side. Speaking of arch, Device has to back off. He's lost yet another teammate. Just Dupree and Magiska both perished in this round. And he'll consider, therefore, the rotation to Banana. By doing so, he gives up CT, and there's a chance that there could be a push through from Oscar late. Rob's only with 2 HP. Still alive in it. He'll go first. He wants information. They want trades. He'll go down. He gets information. On top of that, it's a dink to Zipic. So thankfully, Device rotated when he did because he gets toward Ruins, and it's all left to Oscar. The Grouch.
Well, he's looking a little bit grumpy right now. He is rushing through, trying to pick up that bomb. 15 seconds. Device has got his number. He'll get dinked in the process, but does get the 3 kill. It's going to be 10-7. Device work with the M4. Looking towards him. Didn't have to work too hard for that one. It should be the full eco now for Mousesports. Astralis find the 3-0 here in the second half. And will just be Glocks. 1 CZ purchased. Dupree at the top, 14 kills. Same story for Zipex, 14-12. Astralis now bringing out the M4 Glaive on the 9.
Well then. Dirty Dupree. Holding it down. But not in B. He's got ult mid, he'll take down Chris. Rops will get one back in Glaive, but Zipex is there to take out Oscar, and Rops is just a little nuisance, but he'll soon be spanked and put to bed by Daddy Dupree. And the round goes the way of Astralis.
So that was the full eco. We'll see whether Mousesports can hold their own here in the gun rounds. There will be 4 AKs, and once again, their financial decisions really do elude them as they don't have the AWP with the first gun round here at all. This is one thing I've always said about him. He's always joining in with a Deagle head-on. He's very good at the Deagle, but I prefer him with the AWP. Astralis with plenty of cash to work with here. They'll just be doing what they can. Triple grenades towards B. Luckily, Sunny does avoid most of them. Hooks himself in the corner there. Actually can't dodge that one though as he goes down to 30 HP. UMP in hand. Just the 3 players for Astralis towards B. They're not rotating just yet. There it is. Okay. Device will go back. He hasn't got the AWP of course, but he'll just be holding in CT spawn, transitioning towards A. Flashbang from Sunny just to bounce off, spot out what's going on, push the CT back, allow him to check towards the sandbags and indeed the car. Or the barrels, I guess we should say now.
Dupree directly in the site. Has Glaive to play off of. The Glaive Digger. Can we make that a thing?
The Glaive Digger?
Yeah, when he kills people. It's like he dug their glaive.
Yeah, can if you want.
Alright, cool. I always like wrestling, just kidding.
That's going to be 30 seconds here, and it looks like they're just going to walk straight into B. Oscar not with the team. He's trying to stop rotations, maybe get a lurk going on. But they have taken the base somewhere. You can see Majestic actually leaving his team for no real reason. And this could actually be really problematic for Zipex. He's normally quite good in these situations, but all the smoke's down. What's going to come out of this? Zipex gets 1, that's all he'll find. Device chiming in. Just does what he can in 7 seconds to get a plant. Sticker's not planting. Oh, there we go, just in the nick of time.
Yeah, that's about as close as you'd like.
There we go. Has to read 4 at the top. He read 5, so he was fine. Now, Sticker fully blind, gives away his position by shooting. And that's going to be the round. Rops won't be able to win this one. Probably 1 kill here, and then maybe 1 more. Yep, only the 1. And the defuse will come through. So, plant came in. Now Sports will get extra money there. They're homing in on Max and Ross bonus. So 4 right now. Bomb planted. They can squeeze alibi here. Won't be amazing. Well, they go for it. Might as well partial buy and get the AWP next round. Their financial decisions haven't been fantastic. Going all in. I'll have the distinct lack of
I'll go all in on black.
Okay. Let's see if it works out for him.
You need to go all in on red?
Well, both teams wear red jerseys, so... Yeah.
You
I'll
win
go,
the bet.
I'll go on
I've
red.
lost. You hit me with the logic. Get ready for the flash, Sunny. To brighten things up a little bit inside of Banana. He'll back behind the logs, naded, but the nade stack wide of the mark. He'll stay alive, and thankfully so. 61 HP. Had a little bit of armor. That certainly helped in that situation. And he looks to try and get a repeat toward Banana as well. Dupree is certainly position for Boiler, nowhere else. Gets damage to Sticko. Thankfully, he didn't overstep because Sticko running out would have left him exposed to both the top of middle and the doorway. Device will play passive as a result of the lost territory. He's got Dupree that's rotated around. There's double peak potential from Library, but Oscar, he's got them both. Unfortunately, he's not ready for Zippix, so killed the hype for a moment, but nonetheless, a good work done.
Here we go then. 3-on-3 bomb yet to be planted, and it might be a few seconds before it's done. Glaive stepping up as he uses the smoke in the pit, jumps on the bike, and sends them to hell. It will be Sunny now in a 3 versus 1. UMP in hand. Does find the AK-47, 20 seconds remaining, and it doesn't look like he'll be able to get much done here at all. He will sneak around towards the arch. He gets 1 kill, I start believing. But as soon as he does that, the trade will come through. And down he goes. Zipex will find the final frag, and it will be Sunny to make some sort of attempt there. It's Glaive there. Jumps on that bike, like I said. That's 1, 2, and the 3rd round was concluded there. Now the partial buy comes in. Mousesports desperately trying to make this 2-0 for themselves, but it looks like this could be a series split. Rushing B. Why not?
Zippix sits in the corner. Magisk steps out and takes down 2. We're looking potentially to 14 rounds for Astralis. Ending thus our second doubleheader of the evening. Don't forget, we've got 2 more, and then we've got North America. Oscar gets taken down by a nade from Magisk.
Never stops there.
It never stops. Keep the Counter-Strike rolling.
Counter-Strike is here to stay for it. Game after game, hour after hour. We're going to be here. Fine, Chris J. He's, well, actually, the 3-on-2 is not impossible, you know. I think maybe Astralis going to be ahead of themselves by pushing that. They had the bomb down, and they didn't have to do anything in the 4-on-2 situation. But now, with him recovering an AK, it does come a little dicey here. Device locking them in, though. Close the doors. And he'll be able to call that they haven't made their way back at all. It's going to be Magisto who has to try and deny the plant, but he's only got 25 HP and he's kind of cowering in towards the ruins area. They probably do get a plant out of this, if I'm being completely honest. He can't really justify going in and dying and leaving it into a 2-on-2. He just wants to try and stay alive best he can. Call for a teammate to come in. As soon as the plant comes in, you'll see Dupree swing out a little bit wider. There it is. And does spot 1. They're going to try and plant now. Magis will probably go towards the mouth of the ruins right now. We'll go for a wall bang through those stained glass windows. I think Mousesports can do this, you know. It's looking quite promising.
Chris J behind the boxes. It certainly does look promising, considering the crossfire and the fact that so much time is dwindling on. There's 3 kits on all 3 players for Astralis. Good nade as well. Chris will be taken very low, 40 HP. 24 for Rops, and they'll begin the approach. The retake as Chris gets 1. Oh, this is definitely possible. Chris has stepped up to hit a second as well. Rops still alive in the corner, and he'll make do. It now goes 13-8 for Mousesports.
It looked like an unlosable round there for Astralis. And all of a sudden...
Sorry, I have it on call. I'm just making fun of the analyst. I didn't know it was picking up on your mic.
Anyway, it's going to be Magisk shutting it all down until the round was over. And then, all of a sudden, over-peaking, overextending, and it all falls apart. There was no reason for Astralis to even challenge that. It was a locked, done deal. 13-8, round number 7. And Max 7 comes out for Dupree. This is looking quite desperate now. This could be the turning point of the game.
I was just commenting on every time the analysts come in, as if they think the game's over. The
Oh,
team
yeah,
that's lower on rounds wins.
Oh,
I wasn't meaning to be loud.
That was a must-win round.
Absolutely.
That was that was a 4-on-2. They had only pistols only. They started running around one by one and allowing them back into it. It was a little bit of a shame there.
Well, Magisk, oranges 2. I'll still call it that. I'll call it that forever.
Yeah, I do as well. Yeah,
I think everyone
No one's
does.
ever complained about it, so I think it's fine.
Everyone knows the call.
Yeah.
Well, he'll sit and wait. Not much going on toward A. There is a triple-sided quad, I guess stack, not really, but position from the defense, which means longer rotations to B, which means problems because Zippix has already gone down. Magisk gets 1, but he has to fall. They know the angle, and Chris, he'll hit that no problem, which means the smoke out, and yeah, save already for Astralis. This certainly has distance written all over it.
Yep, this is the turnaround right here, right now. Mousesports are invigorated by that little, not even partial by victory. It's like it was more of an eco. They rushed B, got wrecked, and then Astralis offered them a window into the round. They took it, and now they're actually going to take the lead here. This is going to go the distance, I'll tell you that. As Astralis will try and save the AWP, the Max 7, and the FAMAS. Doesn't look too good in terms of their cash overall. They'll be down to 0 and only getting $900 for the next round. This is looking so good for us. There's that one mistake and it all falls apart. Still likely to win the map, but close now. As we get deeper into this one, the AWP will be saved. That's in the hands of Device, of course. He currently sits on 13 kills, 14 deaths. And here's a replay. Jay making his way into that B side. Take down the second oranges. Pause comes in. A chance for Astralis to work out how they're going to position themselves. As Magisk has 3,800, they can drop like UMPs they really want to here. It's a really difficult decision right now. Do you want to wreck Device's economy by dropping a UMP and then he won't have enough to buy AWPs if required as the game develops? Or do they just try and hold on to the FAMASs, the Max 7, the AWP, and hope Device can carry the round enough with some CZs to go with? I think that's the right play. A couple more CZs out with the weaponry you already have. Don't wreck the economy by going all in. So you still have a lead here. To buy up now would actually maybe cost that lead. or you maybe squeeze out a really lucky round and it's all fine. It's risk versus reward. Oh, they've gone all in, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if it works out for them.
Well, I guess they've got a little bit of time to recover. If this doesn't work, Astralis needs to close games.
MP9 for Slave.
Device, though, does have the AWP. He gets, his position,
Yeah, you
and
can
they
see
jump
him.
straight above.
He wants to actively find. Did what he could. Not enough, though. In order to reposition, I think he just runs off now. No, he's still at Banana. I thought he'd just go back towards middle then, try and funnel them out. Desperation calls as he goes.
Additional smoke down in Banana as well. A, but he won't rotate himself. Gonna stay on B. Maybe times or spamming so many times with the AWP that he is gonna rotate late. He's sitting tight. Magisk. He's ready at Arch on top of the pallet. Smoke down, that'll cover front library. He thinks it's his chance to attack. It might be. It certainly is. He's got Sticko's back turned as well. He finds two, but Oscar gets the shot in return. Still a favorable trade if you're Astralis.
Device now can patrol Banana by himself. He's actually got himself in a stronger position. Got the man advantage. They can have 3 players at A. If Device can get 1 kill here and fall back, the round's done. They've got 25 seconds. If he just gets 1 kill, stays alive, they're really going to struggle here. This is the right call, though. Nice work. Just stay alive. Don't risk anything. You're by yourself. Defensive line, smoke down. He knows they're going to be fully committing. He hear the footsteps coming in. Just needs 1 kill, then stay alive. Doesn't really need to do much more than that. Just hide behind that new box, run the timer down, make them uncomfortable. The teammates come in. That is perfect by Device. Only gets 1 kill, but you can see what he's doing there. It's denying everything. Round's over. Oscar might get that kill, but he cannot plant anymore. Well done by Device. That was actually excellent. Just everything he could have done there to win the round. Nothing too flashy, never going to be in a highlight reel, but it's enough to win the round. It was Major's boy who actually started things off. Double spray down, which was quite good. 2 kills to funnel them up towards B. Device, will be said, alone, but managed to play it correctly. 14-9, and the game continues. Back and forth we go. Astralis. To get that? Apparently not. Maybe they got caught up in all the...
Nade down. Oscar. Actually, still rounds Astralis on the aggressive buy. Good play, takes out Sunny. Zipix will then switch. Get ready on the AK-40. Take toward the wall. It's Dupree. Ooh, in transition. Does. He's able to take him down, but Chris trades back. His second of 2 kills. On the way into the site, they're a man down still, but they'll get the bomb plant. Safe side has to hold from pit, and Chris therefore has to stay within the site itself because there is no other angle. You could get to port apartments, but that's a risk at this point in time. So sit tight with the AWP, Oscar. In fact, yes, even if you wanted to go toward apartments, you have Zipix working his way in that direction.
Bomb is planted, ticking away quite quickly now. Chris J on the site. Flashbang's coming in. Device trying to set up his teammates. The flashbang was good. Chris J took it to the face. As Zipix can't find the shot, but all of a sudden it comes in. The defuse will be happening. It might be kind of close here. Looks like it's going to be absolutely fine, though. The defuse will come in. And 15-9, Astralis will post match point first here on Inferno. A big play from Magis Boy. Back in the driving seat here. Money started to CZ. The world. And we'll see, can they keep this game going for a little bit longer? Rushing in towards Banana. Maybe it has got a few more twists and turns. 5 on 3 now. Zipex does go down. They might just call a save right here, right now. It's not even worth going for it. It's one of the most notoriously difficult sites to retake, especially if it goes down in that sort of manner. You haven't got the numbers advantage, and they've still got all their utility to hold you out for the entire duration of the bomb plant.
Oscar planting coffins. Rops.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's out of... Yeah, okay, fair enough. Goodbye, Glaive. Thank you for playing the game today. I don't know what accent that
I don't
is.
know what
I
it is.
just do accents every now and then.
I have no idea. It was weird, but it was fine. And 4-on-2.
Listen, Henry, it's time to have a little fun, all right?
Yeah,
You sure you don't want a banana?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay.
Device will get one more. That was a straight up banana rush. Chris J opening things up, cracking open that B site. And we'll find ourselves with just Device and Dupree holding to the AWP, the M4. And double digits for Mousesports. Doesn't know this game wants to end just yet. I think the money's running rather low for Astralis as Device could drop an M4, Dupree can drop a FAMAS. Do they want to do that? They've got 5 match points, so they don't have to. They could just wait. I think they probably should. Are they going all in again? Could I see the scoreboard, please? Just see it updated. Okay, so they haven't gone all in. They've dropped an MP9, and they've got like 2,300, 3K. Glaive just bought a ton. What did he just get? So he just got himself, I guess, some armor to go with it. So they're going to give this round a go. They're not all in, but as good as.
Ooh.
Double smoke.
What have you done?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's twice as thick now. They won't be able to see through it. I guarantee it.
It's an old classic. I think with the double smoke, yeah, they won't be able to.
Yeah, oh my goodness, they've actually ruined it for themselves, and Oscar destroys
Why go
them.
for
How
double
bad can it get?
Yeah, you're definitely not going to see through the 2 smokes there. I'll leave it be. Oh, there we go. It's going to be Oscar to take that first shot.
You love to see it.
So someone's obviously said, oh, let's smoke middle. They've both done it at the exact same time. They've boosted up, then died. This round is going to tilt them to oblivion. As Chris J wants to walk into the B side again. Up. The MP9 needs to find those initial first few bullets, but Zipex waiting in the smoke. Can he back his teammate up? Just dead. F1 can't do the 180 to get the second. Still 4-on-3 in favor of Chris J and Co. So the MP9 might find 1 kill. Not meant to be though. Dupree left with the AWP in a 4 versus 1. He knows this round is done. He can't really do much with it. Flashbangs towards, and they seem to be aware of his position as the bomb goes down to the B bomb site. And here comes with 1. I don't think he can survive. He might do, considering there's only 1 player near him. That's going to be Sticko.
So we go another round for Mousesports. They'll get number 11. Dupree tries to keep this off. He tries to get the AK just to win the fight, and then he would grab it again, but he'll go down to Sticko, making things worse for Astralis. They've got money to force, but I don't justify it.
So, let's find me another eco. We could see the overtime come in if Mousesports can keep it together here. Sunny brings up the Mac 10. No armor, should be able to farm some cash here. Money not really an issue at this stage of the game. Can't afford to lose anything really, so as long as they keep winning rounds, they should be fine. They've already established themselves in that manner. Magisk takes a nade to the face. It will be Rops open things up. Don't be alarmed, there's a sticker in the air. 50 maybe cause some damage here. Oh my goodness. 3 kills at a P250. Oscar's tagged up as well. They dropped the smoke. They haven't got the bomb. But now it's a 4 versus 2. Oscar, if he pulls a really good smoke, that'd be sick. The grenade lands.
Fair enough. Bye, Glaive. Still, though, the advantage for Astralis. They've already gotten rid of the AWP. Not that it matters. If they lose this round, they lose the game. So the op wouldn't be carried over. But if... for whatever reason, they win it, and Astralis try and save fair play. At least it's gone off the map.
Oh, all of a sudden, this eco is looking quite interesting. Just Magisto, this is the good call for a Mousesports. I don't think they'll hold them off. Yeah. Maybe he can. It could be enough here. Rops tagged down to 27 HP as well. 2-on-1. 46 seconds remaining. Pistols only for Device and Zipex. There might be something available in CT Spawn. Rops doubts himself. Went for the fake plan there. Now has to fully commit. That's given chance of rotation. You see 1 player towards the banana area. It's going to be Zipex and Device in CT Spawn. Rob's got his work cut out for him. Wants to push towards CT Spawn. He can't just sit there on the site. Wants to try and get in behind them here. It's going to work out perfectly. Takes down 1. Gets a load of information there. Spots in towards CT Spawn. Mac 10 for Zipex. Is it enough?
Mac 10 certainly gives him the running gun potential that could be enough against 27 HP. He knows that Rops has gone back towards CT.
Oh, he's done it!
That's the running gun I was talking about. Zipex will win it out. No, he doesn't have a kit. He doesn't have a kit. That's on there long enough. I don't think he has this.
No, he doesn't.
He definitely doesn't. That's just enough. He couldn't get on it in time. 5 seconds, and there's not that much left on the bomb. Oh, I'm sorry, Zipix.
He's done it!
Oh my god, no, he hasn't. That's as close as you'd like.
Oh, it was very close indeed. I saw the light. I saw the end of the bar. I thought there was a chance. It doesn't get much closer than that, Matt. I think by the look of things, he could have taken one more tick of damage
he
than the
could have.
Molotov, so there was a chance to win that. But obviously, you can't calculate that. It's impossible to. You just have to try and take a gamble. And it would have been successful. The full eco there, the P250s, comes down to the 1v1. Mac 10 kill through the smoke. Not quite enough to do it. And now we're on the path to overtime. Can it happen again?
Sonny, that smoke, yes, will extinguish part of the flames, but it was thrown forward of the Molotov, so it didn't do so in time. He takes a lot of damage, but he takes a lot of initiative to work into Banana and find Magisk. So Zipix on top of the bags. Dare we say it, Hank?
I can feel it in my bones already. I've accepted him.
Oscar's got Glaive. Zipix with one, make it two. Looks for the third. Big damage done to Chris. And damage is beneficial, but it's still a man lost. And they'll go back toward A after the rotation of Device.
Well, now there's a chance for Astralis here. 1 minute remaining. Dupree tries to hold strong on the balcony itself. They will be heavily committing towards the A site. Dupree holds on the very edge of the railings here. Desperately trying to get information, makes a sound, but Dicko didn't get anything. And he gets one completely blind. He's done damage to the second as well. It's not enough to win the round just yet. Device has to go clutch of no kit. He's got the incendiary and the AWP. Is it worth just saving that? I'll definitely explore the idea of winning the round, considering they haven't planted just yet. But smoked out of position, he'll have to pull the trigger and hope for the best, perhaps. Flashbangs come in. There's a gap in the smoke to work with. He'll use that to his best advantage. It's not easy to see the gap is prevalent when you're on the T side on the bomb site. That smoke should suggest the round is over now, and I think Device will just be better off saving. Another gap, but doesn't look like Mousesports will make a single mistake here.
So we'll go one further. To round 28. Or rather, this is round 28. We'll go to round 29. Maths. At least Device will keep the AWP, but Astralis are certainly running low on cash. Speaking of cash, we haven't seen that map as frequently as I would have expected.
Just once so far.
At least on A stream. Chad's our B stream guy. I have no idea what goes on over there.
He can give us an update after this, perhaps. So the AWP is saved, but round number 14 is not safe by any stretch of the imagination. It will be Mousesports with a firm advantage. Sunny playing with fire. The fact he keeps bringing out the Mac 10 when they've got plenty of cash, I guess it's not as strong as you would like on the Mousesports side. They have about $1,000 residual on him, but they're assuming Astralis will be eco or at least a very weak partial buy. And overtime looms ever closer. As we'll see Astralis take a tactical timeout here. We've got one more remaining. It's Mousesports that actually managed to win at map number 1 here. Can they do it again? Astralis took the time to work out they're buying into it. The answer is no. I wouldn't even call this a partial buy. It's a couple of sets of body armor, a CZ, a PT50, a saved AWP. And Device, we'll have to see if he's got anything left in the tank to get them over the finish line nice and early.
I wouldn't call this early, considering the circumstances.
I mean early in the sense that they're waiting for the next gun round. They're not,
Sure, okay,
they're not trying to win this round.
I'll give you that. Oscar's going to work his way toward B. Magisk smoked off, leaves Zipix boosted up. Sunny checked it, but too soon, still responds. Fair play. They took a bullet to the chest.
Good call by Mousesports again. That B bomb site is not where Device resides. So it's going to be Glaive going down to that Mac 10 once again. Sunny doing great work with that. We'll only get one more, and it's going to be Operation Save the AWP. Like I said, if they can win the round early with that, that'd be great. If they lose the possession of the B site, I'll just save it straight away and just use it for the last round. That's if they let them. Mousesports will have plenty of money for the final round, number 30. They can definitely justify sending a couple of players to scout out, perhaps. Work out where Device is. They know he saved the AWP.
Jisk, with his P250, will stand guard for Device. He's got armor. As you mentioned, it's now 14 rounds. We're going 30 once more. Rops has got Device. That AWP is gone. And Astralis, although they've got money, won't have as much utility per se. So this is it. Or we go to overtime, our third of the season on the A stream, our second of the night. Our fourth overtime overall, if you include the first one went to triple OT.
Let's have a look. Mousesports gunning for him. Astralis have been pretty careful with their money in these last few rounds. Didn't want to go all in. Just trying to wait for this moment. Can they close this out and get the 16-14? Time will tell. Rob's looking to open things up towards the apartments. This is a set piece coming in right now. They've got 4 players actually making their way towards the end of the apartments area. Glaive will Molotov them out, at least buy some time. They won't be able to fully commit. That might send them packing. They know that they could have been rumbled here. 1 minute 20 remaining. Here comes the commitment map. They're all in. Glaive has spotted them, but he hasn't been able to pull the trigger and get a kill. But Dupree suddenly has. Bomb down. And Glaive's doing everything right now from the pit in tandem with Dupree. And Magis comes in from the backstab. And that's going to be it. 16-14. Great work from Astralis. And I think Mousesports will be able to be a little bit disappointed with that very last round. The fact they went for something completely different, changed the pace of the game for the last round. 4 players in the apartments. Really didn't work out for them. And actually gave Astralis quite an easy last round there.
Easier said than done. It did take a while for Astralis to get there in the end, but they will win it. They'll take a 5-1 record after this evening. It's not bad. We've been going the distance. We're bringing back the rest of the crew to the bridge. And Alex, would you like a banana?
Good God, that's the smallest banana I've ever seen.
I get that a lot.
Thank you so much. Ice cold as well, just how I like it.
That's the way it always is.
Always hooking me up. All right, you and your ice cold bananas, you go take 5 because I think you've done plenty of talk. Nearly another overtime for you guys to deal with and for Astralis to deal with. They just saved by the bell and saved by the glaive. Thank you so much. That is Sadakist and Henry G. We'll be talking to more of them. Another series to come as well. They get to see G2 versus AGO, New Bloods in the Pro League. We're going to be seeing what those boys think of that one. First, I want to see what these boys think. As I should probably stop gesticulating with a banana.
Point your banana at me, Alex.
It's really, isn't it cute? That is the cutest banana I've ever seen. Is it a different type of banana? But I don't get it because someone told me once that all bananas are from the same banana. Like they're all just clones of the same banana.
What? In the history of all
like,
bananas ever?
Basically it was one banana tree that they then farmed from seeds, blah, 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 and it's just one banana. But it all looks different, so I don't know.
Same with humans, Alex.
Tweet us, hashtag ESL Pro League. Are all bananas the same? That's a real important question. Let us know over on the Twitter sphere. Either way, guys, we do get to see Astralis eventually best Mousesports, but we kind of got the close brawl we were anticipating.
Yeah, I think it was that eco/half buy they lost in the second half that's really extended this game more than it perhaps should have. Astralis not winning both pistols, but managing to win the force buy. So that's something that's good. They managed to get a good start. Seems so far they've been riding and dying on those good starts, early momentum in games. And I think this is the problem for Mousesports as a whole. You have 3 maps for them right now, which are Inferno, Overpass, and Cache, where you really struggle to see them, making any splashes. At the major, they pulled out Cache as a pocket pick versus Astralis and smashed them 16-2. So you can see that on Inferno, they don't have as much coordination and maybe not as deep of a playbook as they do on some of the other maps like Mirage or Train.
As well as that, the CT side, we talk about that aggression. This is a kind of a map where you're pushing through Molotovs because the Ts mitigate that with the early banana Molotov. They posted up watching the halls and window pushes and stuff. You saw several times Sunny pushing through the banana Molotov, going aggressive for kills. Occasionally he'd get one but get traded out. And as we all know, if you have the number disadvantage or even the equal stead on the CT side, it becomes much harder to defend because you get spread out, right? And once again, we saw Astralis capitalizing on those scenarios, playing it quite well. But it was a bit of a nail-biter there towards the end.
So just to clarify, Mousesports too aggressive?
Well, this is their aggression on a map like Mirage, you can get away with it, right? Because you can actually take mid and own mid. But on this map, you want to own banana, but you're dealing with a lot of utility if the Ts want to fight it. And if you don't do like a 3-man towards that part of the map and you don't trade efficiently, they can just run over that bomb site quite easily. So
specifically, you were referring to those rounds where we'd see like Sunny run down, then Chris runs down, and it just feels like a trickle of
the aggression's good because they're still playing with confidence, but if you're not hitting the shot, so you don't have enough numbers there. It's not like a Mirage mid where you can have 3 people there all at once.
Sure.
Sometimes it's also just a coin flip in terms of whether it works or not. We saw it in the highlight package when Magis peeked wide from A long, basically got 2 kills with a spray transfer. That was a round where Astralis forced. He just thought because they had, bad utility, bad weaponry, that he that he had to make a play. He went for the drive peak basically, and got the spray transfer. He just dies there. Astralis maybe lose that round, then they reset, and then Mousesports gets a closer game earlier, and maybe we get to see at least overtime or Mousesports win.
I think one of my biggest highlights is something that is very clear here on the scoreboard. It's just simply that Chris J has been consistently delivering for Mousesports. It's not a name at the tip of our tongues when we talk about, you know, top of the scoreboard or stars of Mousesports, but with the AWP, he's been crispy as a secondary. He's been fragging and body bagging, and he's looking like a consistent presence within Mouse at the moment.
You wonder when online, because LMBT can talk a lot more, right?
Chill,
There's probably could be a lot more in-game leading coming out of him from that coach position. The one that stands out, sure, Chris J played well. He was at the top of the scoreboard. They still lost the game. It's Sticko's time and time again towards the bottom there, and this is online, and he does play that supportive role and stuff like that, but I've just questioned how much it's playing into his mind, that sense of, hey, we were going to replace you, buddy. Like, it has to play a little bit. I know if I was a player, especially a younger one, in a team like this who's just gotten legend status, and that was a rumor or that was the case, that it would definitely be playing on my mind.
I mean, can we call that the seized effect? Because I mean, the same. He had exactly the same scenario. His performance completely dipped as soon as that.
Still has,
you're cut, but you're coming back.
Well, what about
vibe.
the Zipex effect?
The Zipex,
when
yeah,
you're
okay.
threatened to that you're going to get cut from the team, and then you step up massively and become potentially, arguably, even the best player in your role in the world, right? So I think it's a character thing as well. Obviously, it sucks to hear that you could have been, you know, removed from the team, but that's something that you should use as fuel, basically, to motivate you and to really step up and to show to your teammates, well, there's no way you can, like, be as good without me, right? So I would have preferred for it to be, you know, looked at that way rather than, oh, poor me, I was almost cut from the team. How am I going to play? I'm going to with everything.
Of course, it's just kind of that's just kind of our read of the situation. We'll be talking to Sticko, of course, as this tournament does progress. So far, a little bit too close for comfort for Astralis, but they closed it out and get another much-needed win, as they do manage to get themselves a rather juicy stead. It's coming into the first week of the Pro League. It is Season 7 and more coming up as we get to see AGO, new faces, new chip off the old block, taking on the Samurai of G2.
Incendiary out.